Welcome to Wannabe Heroes. I'm Delaney, or, Serenity of the Twilight Bazaar. Last time on Want to Be Hero.
My name is Linus Karivass. This is my lovely wife, Cleo. Let's talk business.
Can I get any documents that have been written out by the head of the guard? And he's going to copy the alphabet.
If you're looking for work, I can put you in contact.
I'll take it.
From what he would know of Beatrice, what would she do?
The circus was everything to Beatrice.
No matter what, we do not involve the circus, and we keep the circus safe.
Where we pick up after a morning of meeting with the Karivass family and learning a little bit more about the goings-on in Tamasir, you have made your way to the market center in hopes to find a little bit more information, get a little more knowledge on what's going on in the city. You've split up as a group, done a little bit of your own investigating, and where we come back, you have all met up once again in the square, ready to share what information you might have come across. So, as you pick up, it is early afternoon. The market is starting to thin out a bit as people kind of move on with their day, and your group stands just off near one alleyway. What would you like to do?
Do we want to discuss our findings over tea?
Honestly, that sounds like a very good idea, Serenity.
I could do that.
I could definitely go for some tea.
Great. Where do we get it?
Oh.
We could just go back the place that we were at.
No, I do not know if we want to discuss everything there.
Right.
Serenity's gonna look for a tea house.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
That is 14 plus my perception, which is plus 8. So
That's the
22.
22. Alright, looking around quickly and kind of glancing the groups leaving the market, you can find a small, kind of a cafe setup opened up into the market with, tables facing outward. It seems pretty empty at this moment, but it looks like a small, nice little place that you could grab something to eat.
Serenity doesn't say anything, she just starts walking towards it.
Serenity, where are you going?
Tea.
Oh, you found a place.
Yes.
Alright, let's go. I think she would tell us these things.
On your way over, Drayrith, you hear a voice from behind. Excuse me, one moment. And a tug on your shoulder. And you see the same wood elven woman from earlier that you spoke with. She has a folded up piece of parchment in her hand. She just hands it to you and says, "If you're really looking for work, then you can take this."
Is that common? Is it in common or in Elvish? Or
Does she speaking?
Yeah.
She's speaking in common.
okay.
Just head to the south side of the city. There's a warehouse there. Gonna be doing some work this evening. Look for a red dragonborn individual. It should stand out.
Alright, thank you.
And give him the note when you get there.
Alright,
Best of luck.
thank you very much.
She turns away back to the crowd.
Pocket the note.
What was that?
You found work?
Yeah? What, did you find nothing?
Oh shit! Hey guys, we're not even at the tea house yet. Stop
I
spilling it.
apparently didn't find anything. I got some things, but that's
Nice.
weird.
Yeah, and what I got work. That's what I got. You know? That happens sometimes, you know. Let's just get to the tea house.
Where is all this shake.
Take you to tea house.
Alright. Well, as you make your way over, you can find there's a few individuals just walking around outside with different trays and like drinks and whatnot. One person, just like a younger human woman, walks by and just, you're welcome to sit wherever you like.
I do that.
Take that seat.
Can Apeiron just kind of like look for a place that would have like the most like discreet area for us to sit? Like, if any at all.
Discreet area in a tea
Discreet
house.
area in a small cafe, not so much. You've got like there are seats inside, like more towards the back, where people wouldn't notice you from the street. But it's a fairly open setup. So
Yeah, more to the back would be preferable then.
Okay.
So, kind of try and lead the group over there.
okay, that's good.
When Apeiron sits down, can he just give the group a look of just like trying to motion everyone to just be quiet? Well, not be quiet, but be casual while he casts a spell. And he's gonna ritual cast. What do you call it? Detect magic.
Cone of silence.
For sure. Yeah, you can. It'll take you 10 minutes. But
Yes.
You can take some time to cast the spell.
By the time Serenity finishes ordering, it should be good.
What do you mean?
That young woman comes by again and just. So, you folks hungry for anything, or what can I get for you?
I just want a cup of tea. I don't know about everyone else, but do you have jasmine?
Yeah, we can get you some jasmine.
Jasmine, please.
I'll do that too, please.
All right.
I'll have jasmine as well, please.
Well, makes things simple.
Green tea and biscuits.
All right, bring that around.
Tea comes in green?
Yeah, there's lots of different flavors.
Oh, cricket, jasmine is green tea.
It's a type of green tea.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I just didn't know it came in green.
There's more than Earl Grey.
She
Comes
looks
in
towards you, Apeiron. Just notices, like, you're just playing with your hands.
Yeah, he's like muttering because it's verbal as well. He's just muttering like equations to himself while going through things. Just playing with his hands, like you know when you see videos of like kids who are really good at math, like counting on their hands and stuff and doing all these weird things. It's like that.
Where do you find those videos?
Huh?
What?
It's like kids who are like super smart, so they and they're
It's like Justin Bieber solving a Rubik's Cube in 6 seconds, or how quickly you can do it.
Exactly, just making like weird hand signs and then muttering to himself, and then like glancing up at her and then glancing back down and continuing.
He'll have jasmine as well.
All right, that makes things easy. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
She heads off. You guys have the table, and the cafe's pretty empty right now. It's like mid-afternoon. People have most likely gone back to work or back to other things.
Right, before we start, how many of us speak Elvish? Because I know myself, Huron,
Cricket puts her hand up.
Oh.
Quarion.
Oh, no, I
Green
do.
nods.
Wait,
Cool.
we all speak Elvish?
I'm switching over to Elvish, just like, could we just speak like this and then nobody would really know what they're saying unless they also speak Elvish?
Yes, but you have to talk slowly, because I'm still a little learning it. I don't quite understand.
Okay.
It's okay, I can translate for you, Serenity.
Well, no, I understand what he's saying. You just cannot... Just slow. Just do it slowly.
Okay, I won't go into Sylvan then.
Excellent.
Would I have finished casting the spell by this time?
At this point, yes.
Awesome. Can I just look around to see if there is any like specifically divination magic around us, something that would like make it so that we're being listened in on, or anything like that?
Looking around, give me a perception check.
Please.
Detect magic.
It's a bad one. Perception. That's a 5.
5. Looking around the cafe at everything, you get a faint magical aura from Drayrith and from Serenity, but nothing else lights up.
Okay.
Seems clear.
Okay. Yes. Now I'm just gonna look to the group and be like, I think we're fine. In Elvish, without any magical stuff around us, as far as I know.
Alright, so what did we all find out?
Well, I'll start. Absolutely nothing. I had a plan and it did not turn out well. So, I guess that makes this part easy.
Drayrith, what were those people arguing about?
Oh, some item. She sold it to him. It was supposed to be magic. Turned out not to be magic or something. Didn't really get too much information. Might be good to go back to the clerk tomorrow and see what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
We could get some information on something. Oh yes, then I found some work.
What type of work?
Oh, I'm not sure. I should probably read the note. I'll read the note. Just to myself first.
The note just seems to be like it's very simple handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Just reads, "This one's looking for work. I'm going to be busy tonight. Keep an eye on him and let me know how he does." And it's signed Hinge.
Hinge. That's the wood elf girl.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
So I'll just let them know that. Let the group know that.
That sounds
So
ominous.
I'm gonna go do this tonight.
Could I...
Alone?
Well, Can I do the spider thing and then I can come along
Yeah,
in case you
that
need
sounds
me?
good.
Yeah, I think that's a
Because
good
I don't
idea.
think all of us should go, especially if they're only expecting like one person.
Yeah.
Yes.
but
Could look
I can-
suspicious.
I can be there just in case.
Yes. But this way we might, who knows, it could lead to some more information on the resistance and seeing if we can get an in with them to begin working with them as Apeiron requests.
Or it could just be like a night job.
Exactly.
Which also is not bad.
I'm not going to say no to money.
Well, some extra funds to help us with our exploits would be good.
Mm-hmm.
With that, just a reminder not to drop anything on us being involved with that. And he's gonna. Can he do like pig Latin, but in like Elvish, and just be like
Elf
like,
Latin.
like something like circus, like I don't know, like
Come on,
how would
yeah.
that sound?
Come on, Jock. Don't be shy.
Go on, I want to hear it. Urcus
you're
K.
putting me on the spot here.
Oh, you shy.
Holy itche.
What?
Yeah.
Holy itche.
Oli is Eche.
What's that?
Yeah.
What? Isn't that?
Jock doesn't understand pig Latin.
I don't. I just know it's a thing.
Oh my gosh, Jake.
Anyway.
Anyway.
But yes,
Third grade.
you can get that point across. Of
I'm not-
not.
Sorry, the what?
Oh, the circus.
Oh, okay. I did not understand
Defeats
what
the
that.
purpose.
But we're the only ones here right now. We can talk about it. We're
Are we
speaking.
the only elves here?
From your glance around, yes.
Okay.
So like, it should be fun. I'm not gonna just be going around now being like, oh, circus in town, you know.
Well, if we want to earn money through the circus, we need to do some sort of advertising. But
Yeah.
maybe that's not
Just
our
having a
job.
circus set up on the outside of town with no advertising is going to be a little bit suspicious.
But you know, also
Start
us.
dropping mugs everywhere.
That's what our like. We're not handling the circus things now. The
Fair.
circus is handling the circus things.
You really trust Bria to do it on her own?
Yes. Like she's well trained. The best of the best trained her. So the circus can handle their things. We do our thing. And we do not cross those paths until absolutely necessary.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I go next?
Sure.
I got the one of the captain of the guard's handwriting.
Oh.
And I can copy.
How did you manage that?
I just asked for some legal documents. Please watch the microphone.
What?
All I had to do was ask and tell them I was investigating.
Interesting.
So, with that and the seal that I happened to find by accident,
Insight check.
He's been open about it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
insight check. He's telling the truth.
As I
I
suspected.
have a few thoughts as to how we can go about all of this, but if you guys want to hear it, or we can do this another time. But I feel like this could at least get us some direction.
Sure. Let's just make sure all the information is out on the table before we start giving ideas. Does anyone else have anything to add?
I don't.
I'll have more to add after tonight, probably.
Okay. Then I'll just add. I might have a bit of motives for exactly why the rebellion is a thing.
Oh.
Like obviously the leaders are kind of assholes, but it is seeming to affect the. They seem to own most of the city, and they seem to be very preferential to, for example, giving land or business opportunities to their friends rather than the public, and that seems to be hurting the lower class and specifically from what I saw, small business owners. So that if you could use that for anything.
Well then. You okay, Jake?
Yeah, fine. You're choking on his tea a little bit.
Oh no.
It's really hot.
The tea hasn't even been served.
Yeah, the tea that is just coming now.
He literally just grabs
It's
it.
like stole someone else's tea.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him.
Back.
Yes, the young girl comes back and hands out tea to everyone.
Thank you.
And there's a tray of biscuits upon request.
Biscoff.
So, Cricket, here's your jasmine tea.
She's gonna take both hands and take a sip of it.
Because she's so small.
Yeah, she's so tiny and little that she needs to use both hands with the mug.
Serenity is just going to use her thumb and her middle finger, or her pointer finger.
Just
and
do like my
pick
cousin,
up-
he just uses his pinky for coffee cups.
How does he pick up a coffee cup with just?
That's
his
how
pinky?
big his pinky is.
It's not even balanced well.
Wouldn't you burn your hand?
He hasn't so far.
How many
Alright.
biscuits are there?
There's like 3.
Cricket's gonna try to sleight of hand one.
Alright.
Go for it.
Go, Cricket, go.
Those are sock stats. Don't look at socks. I'm doing this for me. That's 10.
Okay.
Socks stealing biscuit, though.
Everyone notices that Cricket just immediately moves quickly, but just whips her hand out and grabs it.
She does kind of have to climb onto the table a little bit.
Cricket, manners.
She'll kind of look at Quarion.
He's gonna take one of the biscuits and tap hers with it and then start eating it.
She'll
Like
take.
cheers kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. She'll take it, break it in half. Half goes to socks.
Okay. And from below the table, you just hear that.
Thank you.
So as you guys are planning. So what? Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You can't just look like you've had a massive realization and then say that.
I was trying to think of what Justin's socks voice reminded me of, and I realized it's the paper jam dipper from Gravity Falls.
It really. The misprint one, yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
continue.
I know what that is. I know what
I'm
Gravity
so
Falls is.
Well, Quarion. So what's this plan you were thinking of?
Well, and this is totally unprepared and not written down somewhere on the device known as a phone.
What's a phone?
It's it in the time. The plan is that and he's gonna hush this tone a bit. We're gonna tell the rebels exactly why we hate Durin and the Moles, exactly what they did. I'm gonna tell them about stealing, finding something of theirs and returning it to them once I've made a copy for myself. And the way I can think of doing this is using that seal to have a letter handed off to them or put into their pocket. And we can just set a meeting point and that letter will tell them exactly where and when. At that point, we just have to get them to trust us, which might mean we have to do a job for them, or we gotta show that we are trustworthy, especially after I found something by accident. But once we actually have their trust, and at that point, I could take the captain of the guard's handwriting, use the seal on that to make it look like the guards are compromised, and that's enough to upset the nobles, make them weak, and then at that point we could use any of their weak spots. And at some point we profit.
That is a very solid plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very well thought out.
Just a question. What do we do if our new air quotes bosses figure out what they're doing?
Well, shit.
Well, I guess they just can't find out.
That's easier said than done, Cricket.
Well, do you think they have any suspicions right now?
Well, no, wait, because if we want to try to do both, we could, if they find out, like, oh, you guys are cozying up with the rebels, you can be like, oh, yes, that was our master plan all along, to cozy up to the rebels and take them out from under.
That's a really good idea, Serenity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we could just ask for forgiveness for not telling them then, instead of...
Yes, yeah.
We needed full discretion.
Yes.
Is that the right word?
That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
I have a question, though.
Yes, Serenity.
How do we get to meet with these rebels on common ground, or find out where they are? Because so far, we are not super friendly with the dwarven guy. At least two of us aren't.
I can put a note into his pocket without a note.
Oh,
I mean, I got this job. It could lead to something.
that's true.
Yes, and we...
Another thought I had was if we do gain the rebels' trust, we could persuade them to fake that they're giving up or that they're moving on. We can get them to write letters to their loved ones explaining how they're going to leave the town and that the nobles have won. And then when the nobles actually think they have the advantage, then we can use that as well and create an uprising potentially, or at least a riot.
Wow, this is some pretty big scale stuff, you guys.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe in reference to that. We're not doing this tomorrow. We're not. This is going to be a process of us having to win over the. There are going to be multiple steps involved. Maybe just correspond with them via letters. Have them leave letters in convenient places for us to find. So we can communicate more, and then potentially set up a meeting. So this will take a few steps in order to accomplish.
Yes. I mean, I guess it just starts with reaching out to the rebels and...
If we get a response.
Yes. I mean, maybe... I don't know, is it a good idea to reach out to the rebels and tell the family, the Karivass things, that we are planning on getting close with the rebels, or do we want to backpedal if things turn out badly?
I think we don't report anything until we have a backlog of information we can potentially use that we know won't necessarily hurt them as much, the rebels as much, but we can use as pawning points for the nobles. And we contact them, and then maybe, depending on what their disposition is like towards us, we give them some insights into our plan.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Now for something... Oh, sorry, you first, Quarion.
No, I was just gonna say I think we should give them the mushroom treatment, keep them in the dark and feed them shit.
Okay.
Alright.
I think if we have
What about shit with tidbits of like chocolate in there? So there's a little bit of shit and a little bit of truth.
We're not.
They're going to want updates and results, though, and if they're not seeing results, it could lead to further damage to the circus.
Yes.
I don't think they chance it at this point. Then they'd have to face a rebellion and a circus at the same time.
I think they could might be able to handle that with the guards, you know.
Yes, they did say they wanted the guards to stay out of this for the most part. So this would be mostly what we do.
I also think, if we can avoid full mobilization and carnage, that would be a good idea.
Yes, we could potentially, if as Quarion said, getting the rebels to maybe make some concessions. Maybe we could, quote unquote, raid one of their hideouts, and use that as a jumping point to gain some favor with the nobles.
We're not trying to gain favor with the nobles.
Well, if we gain favor with the nobles, they'll suspect us less.
We need them to trust us.
They're never gonna trust us though. Viren killed one of us, and they know that, and they're okay with it. They know that we're not gonna trust them wholeheartedly. It's a matter of if they trust that we're gonna betray them or not, and they think that we're not gonna push back.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure we are.
Well, then why haven't they killed us yet if they're pretty sure we're gonna... It would be a waste of time.
Because they're scared of the rebellion and they need us.
Exactly, but if they don't at least think that they have some control over us, then they wouldn't be doing this. They would get a different group in order to do it. So they think they have control over us, so we make them think they have absolute control over us, or if not absolute, as much control as they suspect that they have.
I'm just saying that I don't think we should help the nobles any more than the bare minimum. That's all I'm saying. And that we should at least first, I think we need to speak to the rebellion, and the only person we know who's in that is the dwarf. And maybe this job that you have, Drayrith, maybe that'll lead us to it. I don't know, but
Possibly.
we need to get a hold of the rebellion at some point soon.
No, I agree. We need to reach out to them within the next short, I guess, not really sure. Pretty soon we should reach out to them, but I do think that regardless of how this goes, we will have to be playing both sides a bit, because at the end of the day, we have to go with the side that will keep us alive and keep the circus running.
That sure is a tightrope to walk, Apeiron.
I know, but
Well-
that's kind of what we do.
I mean, it isn't necessarily. That's kind of how you navigate two fighting groups. You want them both to believe that they're right, not necessarily because they're right, but because if you can be trusted on both ends and you can bring them together in a way that might not be as violent as before. Trust me, I have siblings. I understand how this works.
As you guys are talking, your Serenity, you get cut off momentarily by this loud crash coming from the market.
Oh.
You can see people, some of the people working inside, move over towards the windows to the door, looking out, and just there's a look of panic across them. You can look out the windows and see, familiar to you, Drayrith, that individual that was yelling at the merchant is crashed through some crates on back against a wall, and there are guards. There are two guards in front of him, and you can't hear anything from inside, but they appear to be shouting at him.
Oh shit!
Can we all hear this or just Serenity?
No, you all hear it,
Oh,
but I'm saying cut off Serenity.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
We should probably go check this out.
Yeah, but Apeiron's just gonna...
Yep, gonna go
Just gonna
to the
look-
door,
go
kind of look
outside.
outside.
Okay, yeah. You make your way outside.
It's the
and-
Scooby-Doo.
As we go outside, Serenity will put down 5 silver on the table. I don't know how much tea costs, and we run out.
The girl who was serving you is in the doorway looking out as well.
Oh, okay.
But you guys step out and you can see the guards now standing over this individual as he's getting up and standing up, supporting himself on the broken crates. The guards just shout down, if you're gonna be causing any more trouble, then you're gonna have to move out of here, or we're taking you into custody. I haven't done anything wrong. The bitch cheated me. No thanks to you guys. She's the real problem. We'll deal with her later. We're hearing complaints about you, and they now just move in to grab him and like pull him up off the ground.
While they're doing this, and like, are we like, this is a new day, right?
I mean, it's the same day that you were, like, you went to the captain's office and whatnot.
Okay. With a perception check, can I see if they have any documents or any parchment on them whatsoever?
Sure. Make a perception check.
That's the math 26.
26.
Oh, wow.
I mean, looking out at them, they seem to be pretty standardly equipped. They don't, like, you don't notice any parchment visible on them. They've got right now like shields tied to their back and spears in their hand.
Coin purse?
I mean, like they've got
For reasons.
they've got a few various pouches on them. You don't know what's in them per se, but they have a few different bags on their hip.
I don't know how far away we are, but can Serenity do a quick read on the guy that's yelling at the guards? Like, just, I don't know, because she was so used to the drunk guy being like, yeah, I'm drunk. Is he, because it doesn't seem like a smart idea to be yelling at the guards. Is he playing this up?
Sure. Make an insight roll.
That's a 15 plus 8. So, 23.
Okay. Looking out at him, I mean, from the distance, you're like probably like 60 feet away. Getting the read, he does seem mad. He just seems pissed off and kind of lashing out. It's hard to say how he really feels.
Fair enough. Can she, like, walk a bit closer?
Okay, yeah, if you want to move closer. Like, how close do you think?
Like, I imagine there's a crowd, but there's, like, a crowd that's, like, opened up around an empty area.
Not quite. People are, like, turning heads and listening, but nobody else is getting closer.
Oh.
They're kind of just, like, they're listening in and watching.
Minding their own business.
Yeah, they're kind of letting it happen.
Okay, Serenity will, she'll mind her own business about 30 feet away from them.
Okay.
Super casual.
And yeah, as you are moving closer towards them, this individual's lifted off the ground. The two guards both like grabbing one of his arms, and he's fighting, struggling against them, but they are just dragging him out of the market. And people are just kind of like they're watching. Some people look like have a look of like a relieved expression. Some people seem okay with what's going on. Some people seem shocked.
Where is the merchant lady in all of this?
She's about 30 feet away at her own stall set up. The individual seemed to have like left a little bit and got confronted by the guards on his way out. On his way away.
Would my detect magic still be up at this point, or?
At this point, yes. Just barely.
Can I just give a quick scan of the guy and just the magic stole and see if either the guy has any magics influencing him, and like just look over at the stall and see if there is anything of note.
Looking out, no, there's no magic influencing the individual. You can get a few magic blips at looking at the stall, like on some of the items, but the individual seems fine.
Okay.
Can Serenity, now that she's closer, just do a quick read of the crowd? Like, everyone's obviously minding their own business, but is there someone that doesn't look surprised?
I mean, just with that same roll looking out, it's like there's not a surprise per se. There's a shock with like how it went down, but it's like nobody's really surprised at what happened. Nobody's there are mixed feelings throughout, and it's just a normal like this guy's kind of being an ass, got violent, or he's getting violent. seems like a normal reaction.
Okay, everyone's kind of on the same book.
Yeah.
Cool.
And with that, the individual is dragged out of the market square. And the guards leave, and people slowly get back to their own business.
Alright, so that happened.
Back to tea?
Back to tea.
Back to tea.
What?
We're just gonna go back inside?
Yes.
I don't think there's much we can do. The guards.
He was yelling at the woman earlier, so... Seems that...
Yeah, but... Well, I at least want to check up on the lady.
Alright.
We don't know if it escalated or anything like that. We don't have the full story. Well, I'm gonna go.
I'm joining you.
I just want to finish my tea and I'll be right there.
Okay, we'll get a head start.
Alright.
Okay. Most of you return to the cafe. Quarion and Cricket head over back to the stall with the woman there, and she looks a little shaken. And as you guys approach, she just kind of looks up. And goes, can I help you with anything?
What was that guy's deal?
Just some asshole who didn't like what I sold him. So he's getting a little rowdy, and guards came by and dealt with it.
Why didn't he like what you sold him?
He thought it was more than what I said it was going to be, so...
He bought a rock of slope detection, didn't he?
Not quite.
But you were honest with him, right?
I told him what the bag was supposed to be. He took it a different way and came back and complained, didn't like it.
If I take a look around the shop, is there anything sort of out of the ordinary? I mean, is it like a magic item shop, or is it just sort of like
It
a
seems
supply store?
It seems to be just a oddities and knickknacks kind of place, and there are things with that could have a magical influence to it, but not necessarily this is a magically charged item.
Gotcha.
Can I insight check the woman to see if she's telling the whole truth or if she's withholding information?
Sure, go for it.
Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but 21.
21. I mean, she seems pretty straightforward in what she's saying. There's no hesitation. She seems a little, nervous in her speech just from the confrontation, but recounting what happened seems pretty open.
So what was the bag supposed to do? What did it end up doing? Because it's just a bag, right?
It's just a magical bag that is meant to keep itself clean. That's all. He thought more of it. I don't know what he expected, but I don't know if he thought the enchantment was supposed to be something greater.
Well, how much did he pay for it? I'm sorry that I'm asking you all these questions. I'm just genuinely curious.
It was 4 gold pieces, same as everything else I'm selling, or as the other ones I'm selling. It wasn't an unreasonable price. He just wasn't happy with what he got.
And this fellow, I mean, this is a small town. Can you tell me what he does around here? Because he obviously gets gold to pay for something, right?
I don't know what he does. You think this is a small town? Where are you from?
Just way west. It's actually a town that's quite a lot like this. Can you think of it?
Well, no. Never met the individual before. Just another customer.
Well, I'm out of ideas, you?
Yeah.
I appreciate your concern. I'll be alright.
I mean, we see a lot of, since we got here, we just see a lot of weight being thrown around, and not sure exactly what the full picture is, and we would like to know.
It's pretty standard. People feel like they get cheated. They get aggressive. I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, but they only do it to the people that deserve it, though, right?
When you're the one being cheated, you think anybody deserves it.
I'm just saying that the guards are fair in their justice, right?
I mean, sure. As far as I've seen.
Can I insight check that one?
With the same, I'll give that same read, that same like feeling the whole time, and she seems straightforward. It's that same idea, and she kind of now is just kind of answering questions for the sake of ending the conversation.
Giving one-word answers.
Yeah, keeping things simple.
Well, sorry, I'm just new here and trying to kind of find my way and figure out what the whole feeling of this town is. And so is my friend Cricket here.
Hey. She kind of waves at her. Is that like, does that happen often that people just come and yell at you?
No, not often. A lot of people aren't happy around here for obvious reasons, so they can get violent in the streets. That's why the guards are around.
There's just a lot of pressure on just about anyone who's trying to make a living, huh?
Exactly.
Well, I'm sure there's some way to fix that situation. I mean, we're just from out of town, just here temporarily, so...
Well, if you
I don't know, I'm just thinking, if you need a hand with anything with the shop or anything else, you can just, flag us down.
Again, I appreciate your concern. I'll remember your faces if anything comes up.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go finish that cup of tea before it gets cold.
Oh, shit.
Alright. So, over at the cafe, what do you guys want to do as you regroup?
So, before we go about, we need a place to stay here if we're not going back. And we can't really stay at the White Lily.
Would the circus have had enough time to set up and start letting people in at all already, or?
From what Quarion saw the other day, the other night when he went back, they'd probably be ready by tonight to start. At least, maybe not having, their big shows, but having people out to run small events and whatnot.
I think we'd be able to sneak back into the circus in a day or two once there are bigger crowds and stuff, but I think maybe just for tonight. Tomorrow night we should go to one of the fancier inns, see how the other side lives a bit.
Alright.
Yeah, there was that one that I didn't write down the name of, but we got two options. One was the White Lily and the other one was
The Whispering Tankard.
that
Whispering
one.
Tankard.
Thank you, DM.
Alright. So what would you guys like to do?
Drayrith is gonna get Serenity and go to the job.
And then you guys are going to somehow send a letter to the Dwarven man?
Yeah, I just need a few minutes alone. I could probably hash one out pretty quick. And I have everything I need to create the seal, so it'll look legitimate.
Why don't we get a room at the Whispering Tankard, and we can get some privacy in there. Go over it. Kieran, I just wanted to ask you a question, if possible.
I suppose so. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to make some extra money on the side to help fund my magics, and I might need some help. I'm not the best at talking to people. I might need some help negotiating prices, if that's possible.
It's an odd request, but I'll allow it.
Will you agree to it?
Yeah, it's just... I want to make sure we're just focusing on the stuff that's a high priority right now.
Well,
Not saying that yours isn't important, I'm just... the task at hand and all that.
You know how it goes. Need to study magic so I can bring Beatrice back. Figure some stuff out.
I'm not the one who did it.
I'm not saying you did it. I'm just asking for help negotiating a price.
Well, to be honest, you actually know more than I do about it, so I don't really know what I could do that you can't. Negotiating prices, I mean, you know the value of these spells better than I do.
Yeah, I guess I can figure it out on my own then. That's fine. Yeah.
I can help.
Yeah.
I can be very charismatic.
It's very true.
Can you like look at Cricket and just like, are you like trying to seem like
She is
businessy
giving you
or...
the biggest smile. That she's almost doing like, you know, the hands under her chin thing. You know, she's not flying right now, but so she's like on the ground, like looks super cute, like innocent.
Can he like?
It's like bring your daughter to work day.
Can he insight check her with like his past like experience with her talking to people and see how effective she would be?
I mean, just looking at her, it's like she is she's great at talking, but
Not necessarily like talking about specific things.
yeah, I mean, she could be a help here, not really like this. There might not be a downside, but I don't know how much of a help.
You know what? You come along if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
In that case, why don't we get the room and then we'll split ways for the night.
Alright, sounds good. Wait, Apeiron, do you speak Sylvan?
No.
Oh, good. Switches to Sylvan. Cricket, we need to get that boy over that somehow. He's hyper-focusing.
I don't think Cricket knows Sylvan.
Do Faze not know Sylvan?
I have written down
Hey.
Common, Elvish, and Natural Language, which is just me talking to Socks.
No.
She looks at you just like blank.
Do none of you speak Sylvan? None of you...
And it's an extremely uncommon
Oh.
language.
Back to comment, right, I guess none of you speak Sylvan.
What the fuck?
What's
is
Sylvan?
It's it you know, it fits your background.
It does.
It's like teaching the rich kids teaching their or the
Think-
rich parents teaching their kids Latin.
Think of it like, what's a good way to put it? Elvish, but for the rich.
Why would any of us know that?
I don't know.
Old Elvish.
It's
like
what-
root Elvish.
Yeah, wouldn't but Cricket spent time in the summer court. So-
There's like, just because you're there doesn't mean you've learned.
That's fair. She was like a servant, so she was like.
You would have
Yeah.
heard us talking it, I don't think you would have ever.
And honestly, she doesn't care enough
Yeah.
if people were speaking in Sylvan. She's probably like, not for me.
Alright, never mind then, I don't have anything to say.
Cool.
So you two will go try to sell the magic, and then we can go learn about the job. That's what we're planning here, and I can write a note at some point in the middle of that.
Yes. I was just thinking we should just get the room first, get ourselves acquainted, and then split off.
Okay, to the room. Room, not womb.
Yeah, those are two very different things, Serenity.
What's a womb?
So,
When you
All right.
Fade to
so,
black.
Oh my god.
not
You
the
guys-
Yowie fade to black.
You guys make your way over back to where you had originally found the Whispering Tankard. This standalone building, much built up a little more nicely than the last place you were at. At this hour, people are starting to trickle in. It's late afternoon. Not too much of a crowd yet, but there are a few people in the main area as you step in and see this very nice open floor, kind of a like two-tiered set up with different seats and tables around. There's a balcony around the second floor with people looking down and talking, and then you can see a few floors up of rooms in different halls. Very nice space.
Oh wow, this is big in here.
Very big. And he's just gonna look towards Drayrith. I think this is more your scene than any of ours, so
I mean, we're just getting a room.
Yes, I think.
I don't talk
You
to
just-
anyone here.
Okay.
Okay, I'll handle it. I'll go up to the counter. It's like, hi, we're looking for a room.
Behind the counter, you can see this like older looking human man, kind of like short gray hair, and just like a little bit of like a little bit of a mustache coming in.
Ooh, nice.
And just one room for yourself.
I mean, how many rooms? 2 rooms?
I'm fine in one, unless.
Does Socks, do you want your own? Okay.
I think we'll be fine with 1.
One room for your whole party. Very well.
He's like, these guys are broke.
Find you something on the 3rd floor.
All right.
How are you all sharing a bed?
No.
Yes.
No.
I do not mind.
I can get 2 beds.
Great, let's
Two
do that.
bed.
Yes, that will work perfectly, thank you.
Guys, we're gonna have a bed.
Beds for you. Pulls out a small brass key, slides it across the counter.
Thank you.
That will be 1 gold piece for the night.
Oh shit.
All right. How long do we think we'll be staying?
Let's just do the one.
Yes.
1 for now. All right.
Very well. Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up to the room.
Do you want to go now or later?
I think we have to run back to the circus to get some of my stuff and kind of try and squeeze in through some people moving stuff or a crowd coming in, if possible, and then grab some of my spells and then hoof it back. So now would be preferably best.
Okay.
So you guys go back to circus and Drayrith.
We'll go out. Yeah.
Do the job. With Quarion, were you going to stick with Drayrith tonight or go back to circus?
I can catch up with you and Drayrith in a bit. I just need to spend a little bit of time here and just start writing at least 1 letter. Unless we plan to deliver it tomorrow. What time is it? It's like midday?
Late afternoon.
Okay. Then, yeah, I think me drafting up the note now, just in case I actually see the book, would be the best. But we also would have to agree on a time and place for us to meet.
We can just
And I
meet.
think after hours behind the circus or near the circus would be good.
Well, I think we're going to be working all night.
Probably most likely, so it'd be easy for us to just meet back in the room.
Yes,
Yes.
if you guys want to regroup earlier on, and we'll meet you when we can.
Sounds good.
Oh, right. I'm gonna trust you with this. And he's gonna hand his coin pouch over to Quarion. Just like,
Of course you can trust me with that.
Yeah.
And he just grabs
Oh, I know
it.
Kieran, I know exactly what's in there. The exact
And-
amount.
You're like the
And I'm
sibling
sure
that
you
counts
do.
as fries.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Wow, DM. But anyway, I just don't want to have any money going into this job, you know? Make it seem less suspicious. And if someone's carrying on like gold, and they're supposed
I'm
to not
supposed
have
to
money.
be poor. I need this
Oh,
job
and-
because I need money.
And just exactly how much gold is in this pouch that I'm holding here?
There's currently 8 copper, 7 silver, and 8 gold pieces.
He's
yeah, you're gonna be
good.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, so the Apeiron and Cricket are heading back to the circus to gather some things,
Yes.
and it'll take you a couple hours just walking out there and back.
Yes.
Drayrith, or not Drayrith, Quarion, are you going to stay in the tavern and write the notes, or are you going with them for the night?
He will go to the room that uses the brass key, use whatever side table he can find to draft a letter that I'll send you, and then he would catch up with Drayrith. And I would almost said the other character's name, Serenity.
So you want to go do the work with Drayrith and Serenity?
Yes.
Okay, then fair enough. As the afternoon turns to evening, you guys split up, and we will start.
Ooh, we split the party.
Yes. The goings on with names. Apeiron and Cricket, pretty straightforward as you make your way through the town.
Yes.
You manage to kind of just like navigate the crowds. And you guys on your own do not draw much attention. You're like dressed fairly plain and covered up.
Cricket's wings are down.
Yeah. The wings
Well,
are
she's wearing a cloak.
They're down and covered. Yeah.
Super sneaky.
Super sneaky.
And you gradually make your way to the edge of the town, cross back onto the shore, and find where the circus has been set up. You can see like torches are in place and everything. Like there's light in the campgrounds. A lot of the tents have been set and prepared. The big tent isn't quite ready, but you can see they're mostly like entertaining each other in the grounds. They're playing some games. They're running like basic like shows for each other. And there's a few travelers that have come through. A few like horses that are tied up and carts that are set near the edges of the fairgrounds.
Yes.
So it's not, a bustling night, but there's activity going on.
Can I just make my way back to my cart firsthand? And while I'm doing that, can I just see if there seems to be anyone or anything suspicious, like anywhere near the circus, like for example the Dwarven man?
For sure. Give me a perception roll.
I guess we should check in on that.
Awesome. So that would be a 21.
21. Alright. You glance around as you make your way into the fairgrounds. You don't see anybody that stands out. You see like some groups of families and whatnot having fun. You see a lot of familiar faces in the workers, and they seem to be having a good time. Make your way like most of the way through the crowd over to where your carriage has been set up, and just as you get to the door, you can glance out into one of the crowds and watching just this like simple like a fire juggler act on the side, kind of just on the edge of the small crowd that's built up. You can see Viren just watching the show. And at the moment, he doesn't seem to notice you.
He's just enjoying the circus.
Okay.
He's like, these guys can actually put on a pretty good show. I feel bad for killing their leader.
Alright, then I'm just quickly going to slip
like
into
live
my
drama.
lab, and I'm just going to get the sorry, I haven't had it written down here. I'm just going to get the information for the spells, for the cantrip Sapping Sting, and the spell Gift of Alacrity.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes. And yeah, I think that's it.
Alright. Cricket, are you up to anything when you come back?
I was thinking that, like, she's probably just kind of, like, skipping alongside Apeiron. I think once they're sort of, like, backstage, quote, of the circus, she'll take the cloak off and, like, fly to give her legs a rest, because she's just been, like, she never, like, her feet probably
She
hurt.
skips leg day.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would skip leg day, too, if you could fly. But I think, like, also she'd probably drop off socks so they could actually have, like, a proper meal.
Fair enough.
And then, like, go and pick them up after.
Yeah, easy enough. Is there anyone either of you would like to speak with at this time, or are you just kind of getting in and out quickly?
No.
If I could maybe just swing by Bria and just let her know that first off, good luck on the show and running everything. Break a leg, and then also just by the way, I saw Viren here, just so they are aware that he is here and they should be on best behavior with everyone.
Imagine if Viren just has like his daughter with him or something. It's just like, look at this fun circus, honey.
You go by and she does and she's happy to see you. It's there's a moment of talking with both of you, just being like checking in on everything and seeing how you're doing.
Everyone's still alive.
That is very good to hear.
Oh, she's worried.
Things are going well. We're not going to have a big show tonight, but we're getting ready, and tomorrow we should have something set up. We did see Viren pretty early on.
Okay.
He seems to just be enjoying the fairgrounds, which I mean is nice. He's paying, so
That's good. That's good. Okay. Yes. I'll be coming back to check on how we are doing financially in a bit to see if we can maybe reallocate some funds to repairing the damaged tents and carts and things.
yeah, we haven't quite had the time to put any work into that yet.
Yes. Yes. But as long as everything is doing well, and are you doing good?
I'm doing good. Yeah. No big show, so it's just a lot of making sure everybody's okay.
Okay. Break a leg, and then he's just gonna awkwardly kind of slink back and wait for Cricket.
Yeah, I think, I'm assuming we're going to walk back to town now.
Yes.
I think once they're, kind of out of earshot of, the circus, Cricket will kind of, look to you and go,
I don't like how Viren's there.
I don't like it either.
All it would take for him to maybe do something bad again would just be the nobles telling him.
Yeah, that's I think him being on there might be on purpose for that case. Keep us on our toes, maybe. We should let I don't want to be mean about it, but gently remind everyone to be on their best behavior.
Yeah, I think we just also need to be careful about, being seen with, the people of the rebellion.
Yeah.
They might act first, ask questions later.
Well, it seems like the way they do things.
At least that's how Viren does it.
Yeah. This is problematic. Great. And he's just gonna slightly speed up walking.
As you guys start to make your way to the edge of the fairgrounds, heading back towards the city, you hear a familiar voice calling towards you.
speak of the devil.
Apeiron! Cricket! So good to see you. And we're gonna cut to the other group there.
Oh!
Give you a chance to think. So, with Drayrith and Serenity, it is evening time. The sun is starting to is mostly set at this point. You're getting a little bit of the orange glow still over the city. You've started making your way to the south end of the lake. Are you going as the spider? That's
I'm
the
going
plan?
to walk over with Drayrith as Serenity, and as we're approaching the place or whatever, she'll step into an alleyway and turn into a spider just to maximize her time, because she's only got 2 hours per wild shape.
Right. Okay, then you carefully make your way through the city, navigating the streets, eventually find the point where the shore starts to meet up with the lake, and the buildings kind of stretch out onto the mainland, and you can start to notice larger, more simpler buildings built out here. Some more wooden structures and large warehouses set up. Outside of one, you can see a few carts pulled up near this large open door, and the carts are filled with different crates and bags and all sorts of things. You see 3 individuals stood out front, one of them being a large red dragonborn.
Ooh.
Here we go, Serenity. Here we go. Are you ready?
She waves her little spider arms.
I'll take that as a yes.
Shift into the spider form. And are you on Drayrith?
Yeah, I would have shoulder, arm,
Okay.
hair, wherever.
Give me a stealth roll.
Hey, buddy, got a spider on you. Smack.
18 plus, if I remember, spider stealth. Last
Spider
time,
stealth.
It was like a +4. Just give me one moment.
It's the stealthiest spider. Serenity, the stealthy spider. Coming soon
While
to
you're
a
looking
bookstore
that up,
near
I
you.
will say, Quarion, given the explanation that Drayrith was given and everything, would you try and find him after, or would you try and get this stuff done and go with them early, like at the same time?
We would try to help them.
But like, would you go at the same time and wait to write these letters, or would you go with them originally, like at the same time?
Go with them originally at the same time.
Okay.
Oh,
I was right, it was a +4, so that's 20.
Okay. So then, then the two of you, Drayrith and Quarion, would you approach as a group, or were you approaching more separate?
I feel like since the letter only indicates a singular person, maybe I should approach first.
Okay.
Quarion?
Alright, say that again?
Since the letter says that he's looking for work as a singular, not a plural, so it could be possible that they might suspect something.
Possibly. Not quite sure.
I mean, I'm gonna approach because I have the letter.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, hang on, sorry. I gotta. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I gotta go. You can edit this out. Sorry.
Alright.
Okay. Drayrith is gonna hop to the side
Sound
and come
good.
back in a little bit.
You mean Quarion?
Or sorry, it's Quarion. Quarion's gonna hop to the side. Drayrith, he'll keep an eye on you as you're approaching.
Cool. I'll walk up to the red dragonborn and be like, hello there. I was told to give you this.
He looks down at you. This individual, like a large, very broad built individual. The deep red scales covering the whole body, and very rather simple attire, like a dark brown tunic, lighter pants, with seem to be dressed to work. The sleeves are a little damaged and torn up near in the shoulder. And he looks down at you. You must be the one they were talking about. He takes the letter, just folds it open. My name is Calic.
Halleck. Okay.
It says you're looking for work.
Yes, I am.
Well, this is one place to get started. Always good to have more bodies.
Alright. What exactly am I doing?
We've got a few carts of farming supplies. You just need unloaded.
Alright, I can do that. Do I have the strength for that? Oh, I have decent strength.
They're heavy,
Yeah.
and more are on the way. So we're going to be here for a few hours.
Alright, good to know.
Excellent. Well, we've waited long enough for you. It's good timing. Let's get to work.
Sounds good.
What was your name again?
Do I, at the internal panic of, do I give a fake name or just give my actual name? I gave her my actual name, so yeah. Drayrith.
Drayrith. Well, welcome. And he kind of just walks over to the carts. And there are two other individuals, a half-elven woman with kind of shorter, medium-length red hair, and then a slightly older human man next to her, kind of blonde, ruffly hair. He points out, and goes, that is Colin and Garrett.
Colin?
Colin.
Okay.
Colon?
Colin?
Colin.
Okay, which one's which?
Colin is the woman.
The woman, Colin. Colin and Gareth.
Garrett.
Garrett. There we go, I've added them to my notes.
Alright.
Just... Hello there.
And he just a simple hello and wave. And immediately, Garrett chucks this large bag towards you. I'll say give me a strength roll or athletics just to see how the evening progresses.
Okay. Strength or athletics. Where's my... Where's athletic is? That's a 13, so not bad.
Okay. Yeah, you catch it, and it's heavy, but you take the impact. And you can see like the top is a little open. You can feel it. It just feels like a large bag of grain.
Mm-hmm.
And the other two like start grabbing crates and bags, and Calic just grabs a crate as well. I'll show you where to put everything.
Sounds good.
And the evening goes by. You carry supplies back and forth as more carriages pull up.
Cool. Is there anything like hidden? Actually, no. That I don't want to come off as suspicious day one, so I'll just do the job.
Okay.
Don't want to peek in the grain and see if there's like weapons or something for the resistance. Who knows?
If you want to.
Don't want to. I don't want to risk it.
Okay. While you're working, Calic does make a conversation.
Okay.
Just carrying back and forth. So what brings you into town exactly?
Honestly, I'm looking to get a start somewhere new.
Well, you chose an interesting place.
How so?
It's not exactly the location people come looking to start fresh or find new fortunes.
What do people normally come here for then?
To grow their existing wealth.
Oh.
Or vacation.
Oh, it's kind of like a tourist town, in a way?
Not entirely, but being on the lake, people do enjoy their time.
Fair. So what brought you here then?
I've been here for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Just doing what work I can out with the farms, maintaining a little bit of a comfortable lifestyle.
Well, that's good. From what I hear, some people are really down on the luck.
Oh, they certainly can be. It's not easy getting by here, unless you're willing to do some very nasty work.
Oh. Why isn't that? Shouldn't the leaders do something about that?
They are trying. At least, that's what they say.
And what do you see then, if that's what they say?
I see a family that doesn't really know what they're doing. And really found their position out of greed, not out of a desire to actually help people.
Interesting. Well, guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to make my way here.
What kind of work did you get up to before you came here?
Before this, I just lived with my family out in the country. We didn't do much. We, honestly, bit of scamming, red fortunes, stuff like that.
Ah, so not against taking money from anyone who has it.
Absolutely not.
Well,
What?
Nothing.
What does a spider's laugh sound like?
probably exactly like that.
Just really tiny.
You just take.
He does, like, there's a grin as he sets down one crate and just, in a place like this, that might be what it takes.
Alright.
In this time, Serenity, you've been listening to most of this. Would you just stick around, or what's your thought?
If they, like, because they're unloading something into a specific place, right?
Yeah.
I think Serenity would have, like, dropped off the shoulder at a point to the pile that they're unloading to. Done a little, scurrying investigation, just checking in on all the farm supplies, they say.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation?
It's just...
Oh,
It's just-
fuck. That's a 7 plus 1, 8.
8. Alright. You dig your way through a few of the crates and a few of the bags, and looking around, you find bags of grain and animal feed. You find like some various dried meats or even like some fresher but like well packaged like animal carcasses.
Nice.
Well, yeah, it's easier than sending the parts. You find like large bags of flour, of sugar. Like it seems very straightforward. Like it is just like farming supplies and produce. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Cool. And then she might just take a look around the warehouse.
Okay.
Just, checking it out, what kind of warehouse it is, if there's any other people here. That's, yeah.
No. I mean, looking around, it's not massive. Like, there's enough space for, it's probably about as big as the main floor of the tavern you just went to. Nothing huge, but there's space for a lot of storage. Nobody else in at the moment. Pretty late at night as you get on with the work. And yeah, it's with a 8. You don't
All
really, yeah, it's
straightforward.
all pretty simple. Nothing odd to find.
Cool.
Yeah.
Serenity's satisfied. She'll go back on a Drayrith's shoulder and just chill.
Okay, as you pass it by for a moment.
Oh yeah, I guess when the 2-hour mark comes up, she'd probably, scurry outside, change
Okay.
back, and then change into a spider again.
Okay.
Depending
Sounds
on
good.
how long this job takes.
Yep. And you definitely would need to dip out for at least one moment. Partway through the night, as you come back, Calic, as you finish up like the emptying the carts there, and another cart pulls up, and you're in the middle of work. Garrett and Colin have moved further into the warehouse. And Calic just keeps you there for a moment. So, you met with Hinge earlier.
Yeah.
You're looking for ways to make more coin in this town. How much are you willing to do?
I mean, I'll do what I have to, but I don't... He goes to a low whisper. I don't fancy killing anyone yet.
Yet. Well,
Boundaries can be expanded upon as things go. But
that's-
I don't have a very good connection with you yet, so I don't really want to kill for you,
That is quite the statement, when all I asked is what kind of work you were willing to do.
Anything but really killing.
Alright, I think I have more questions then.
Alright.
Or maybe less. I don't really know how I feel about that response. Wow.
You just found a job that they were just looking for honest workers that were strong enough to load these things, and you're like, I'm prepared to kill a man if I have to, and they're like, oh, that's great, buddy. Would you mind moving the sack of sugar that we have? It's for the baker.
Absolutely, I'll move it onto his head. Out of a window. Anyway.
Actually, no, from that response,
Oh.
no, yeah, he just, I'm kidding, looks up and just, well, there might be some work that doesn't involve killing,
Alright.
but could get a little dirtier, if you're interested.
Give me the information, and I'll consider it, for sure.
Alright, and as he leads you back into the warehouse, we're going to come back to the other group, by the way.
Yes.
Frozen in our step and just kind of slowly turn around.
Viren just walks up behind the two of you. It's good to see you two. How was your first day on the town?
Good.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Really good. How are you enjoying the circus?
Well, not as exciting as that first night I came, but I can see things are just getting set up. Still, everyone here has been lovely. It's been a wonderful time.
I'm glad that you are enjoying it.
Yeah. Apeiron's just gonna. Can he like grab his the clockwork compass and just like look through like the possible timelines where like Viren just is not there, just to give him some like comfort in the moment.
Sure, yeah, you
Yeah.
can find just different points in time when he wasn't there, and different, and just kind of like he like kind of blurs in your vision.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So, what you doing here?
Well, I had an evening free and thought I would check up on our investment.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Find out anything interesting? I know we're under different management now, so it's a little rough around the edges.
Oh, no, I just wanted to see how everyone was doing. Didn't get a chance to see the others. And, seems like everything's going fine here. And if I happen to run into all of you, this lovely chance to hear about what you got up to during the day, it's always nice.
Oh, well, really, we are the only ones who are back now. The others are doing some reconnaissance, as you might say.
Very nice. Already into your work.
Yes, we like to work efficiently here at Nima's Twilight Bazaar.
Well, that's good to hear. I hope to hear more updates from you as the days go by.
Yeah, most definitely. And Apeiron's just gonna like take like a step back and just kind of catch his breath a tiny bit.
Well, if that's all, Viren, we've got some very important work to get to. So if you'd appreciate, let us go without any more distractions, that would be great.
My apologies. I would hate to take up your important time.
Just as I would hate to take up yours.
Yeah. I think for future reference, if maybe not approaching us as quite as openly in public would be best. We don't want to have any connections brought up between us and the family and all that.
Oh, well, we're away from the people enough. I don't think anyone will question it.
All that he's trying to say is that we're just trying to protect the business, you know?
Of course. I myself am simply a hired advisor and merchant myself. It's not strange that people see me wandering the towns talking with other traders.
Good.
Okay, of
So you
course.
shouldn't have to worry.
Of course.
But by all means, get back to what it is that you need to complete tonight. Don't let me keep you.
Have a wonderful evening. Let's go.
She's gonna start walking, towing Apeiron behind her if she has to.
Yeah, Apeiron would kind of just stand there for a bit too long and just like kind of staring at Viren.
She like walks 4 steps and then is like,
Oh, he's not following me. Come on. Let's go. We're done here.
Yeah. And then he's just gonna, as soon as he's like, if Viren's out of his sight, he's gonna just pull over to the side, vomit, and then continue. Just all the nerves.
yeah, she like pats him.
You did good.
Hold my hair back for me, please.
All right. And with that, you watch Viren move back into the circus grounds. You guys head back towards the city and cut back to Quarion and Serenity. Or Drayrith and Serenity, technically.
They call me
Never.
Apeiron. They call me
Yeah.
Quarion. That's not my
three
name.
elves with weird elvish names. So Calic has led you into the warehouse now, kind of just off to a back corner.
Mhm.
Hinge has used my easy line of work to assess individuals that come through town. If you're interested in really building yourself up in Tanasir, there are individuals trying to make that easier.
How so?
Well, I don't know the exact details, but I know they're planning to make changes. And if you want to get involved, I can keep your name, and I can put in a good word to the others.
Sounds like a plan.
Well then. And you're new in town. You came here alone, not looking for any other friends who might need work.
I know a couple people who might need some work as well.
Well, let them know that we might have some positions.
Will do.
Anyway, let's finish up here.
Sounds good.
He pats you on the back, moves back over towards the carriages.
Accidentally crushes Serenity.
Sorry, you do shake from the hip. From there, the work continues. You get a little bit more time. Serenity, you would have to sneak out at one point completely.
Yeah, she'll do that.
You find Quarion off to the side, just watching, keep an eye on the whole situation, making sure nothing's going wrong. And as the evening continues for both groups, that's where we're going to end things.
Oh, good reconnaissance, y'all.
Reconnaissance, yeah.
Reconnaissance. My
Fuck me,
coconuts.
connections.
Fucking
Oh, I hate that
I
guy.
hate him so much.
I'm gonna eat my carrot cake.
Good
Oh, I want to eat some of your carrot cake too.
I wanna.
Thank you for listening to the Wannabe Heroes podcast. And a special thank you to James Nicholson for our intro and outro music. If you like our show, you can find us on social media at Wannabe Heroes Podcast on Instagram and Wannabe DND on Twitter.